青へ強がって飛び乗って風に流って青空昨日を越えろ Hello everybody, welcome back to Talking MONS, our Digimon Adventure 2020 recap show. I've decided to call it Digimon Adventure 2020 since I cannot find anyone calling it Digimon Adventure Psy anymore, so I guess it's easier for people to find it that way. But anyway, my name is JD, I'll be your host, and joining me, as always, is Jeanette and Gary.
Yay!
Yes, my good friends here. We're going to talk about Digimon Adventure 2020 Episode 5, where we continue off from last episode where Tai and Sora were brought into the digital world, and now they're heading off to this temple while Izzy navigates his way out of a whale.
Oh my gosh, I stand that whale so hard. He's so cute.
Oh, poor Waymon. He was getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
So I remember last week we speculated on what this temple that Tai and Sora were headed to, and I remember I think we had thought that there was a bunch of statues in the temple that were all going to be like all the mega versions of everybody, but it turned out to more be like the angelic Digimon, where we've got Orphanamon and Kirpymon, and then this giant bird that I don't believe I've seen before. I don't know if either of you are familiar with it.
Nope.
No, it might be new for all I know.
We have like what 10 years like out of touch. 15 years out of touch from the franchise.
This thing could have been involved. Could have been introduced in like Cross Wars or some bullshit. I don't know. So yeah, this giant angel bird tells us of a story of an ancient war between light and dark, because Digimon gets real biblical in this episode.
It does.
It's literally angels and demons fighting each other. You got like all the angel Digimon and all the demon looking Digimon are like fighting in the sky. And then all of the mega versions of the main cast are there kicking ass. And Biyomon and Agumon get real sad for some reason.
They get so sad.
Because it's their past life.
That's
but they
what I'm
don't know it.
I'm figuring that's because it's something weird that I guess has never really been delved too deep in with Digimon lore, is that like some Digimon don't die when they're, killed. They just revert back into eggs. But I guess if you're like hella evil, you die. Only the good ones come back to life. So I'm guessing the Megas died and then they got reincarnated as eggs without any of the memory, I guess.
That's kind of the vibe that I got, or they were reincarnated, but they have no memories of their past life.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we got the B story of, Izzy and Tentomon running around and the
hanging in a whale.
Then hey, Kabuterimon shows up.
Tentomon is so cool.
I love Tentomon.
I was expecting the Whalemon to have more involvement than just killing.
Well, see,
killing is still good.
I feel like this version of the show is really playing heavy on not, like, I think we've talked about this before, but like not all of the Digimon are intelligent. So I was taking it as Waymon is again just kind of an animal, not so much like he was in the original one, where he talked to them and was like carrying them over to the other continent. And they went on the Crest Quest or so whatever.
That's kind of the vibe I got. He was just just being a whale.
Yeah, being a big old whale man, and then he spits up the bug in the nerd, and the bug turns into an even bigger bug. Shoots lightning and stuff.
But the spelling of that as Wamon is the Whalemon.
I've always said it Waymon, and I'm pretty sure Tentomon says Waymon.
There's no L. It's whale.
And not whale, like way, like W-A-Y, like pronouncing it that way.
Yeah, I'm adding the L in the end, but I totally just mispronounce everything. So
Yeah, he's Whalemon. Why not? Just he's a whale. He's a monster. You call him whatever you want. So I mean, I'm fine with this episode. I felt it was more. It was very much an exposition episode. You get a little bit of like Izzy fighting the giant shark torpedoes in the internet. What did you guys think of this episode?
I actually really like this episode.
Yeah, I like how there's a different way that the villain is controlling the Digimon. They're not rehashing the gear.
Yeah.
Dark gear. I forgot what's the actual name of it.
It's like this. It's like a stereo.
Yeah. You know, you bring that up, but I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they're using this little, I think it's called like Soundbird Bomb, which I think might be new. But yeah, they're controlling all the Digimon with sound waves rather than the old gears. I had not even thought about that.
And it can control multiple Digimons instead of just one, like monster of the week kind of thing. You have a swarm of monsters, so that's kind of exciting.
It's more economical.
I thought like this episode had the best action scene since the first one, even though some of them were very much like that whole technique where they have like a screen and then they cut to the other screen. Like that was definitely there, but I still thought it was action wise way more one of the more interesting ones compared to like everything between like episode 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not really sure where I rank all the fight scenes or anything, but I mean, I really enjoyed Kabuterymon's like fight in the internet. I thought like a lot of the action, the camera angles for that, I thought that was really well put together.
And just that moment where he's like, "I will protect Izzy," and it was so good.
Yeah, and like, see, I think Tentomon and Izzy's relationship, I buy that he evolved in that, unlike Sora and Biomon's in the last episode.
Yeah.
Because you spend the entire episode up until where he evolves, is Izzy and Tentomon just hanging out, just like trying to figure out what's going on. So there's interaction with them. So like I kind of bought them as like, okay, they bonded a bit. So the fact that he can evolve, I'm cool with that. Whereas, you know, Sora and Biomon like barely said 2 words to each other before all that happened. So I'm good with this.
Yeah, I kind of see what they were trying to do with Biomon and Izzy in the last episode. Not Izzy, Biomon and Sora in the last episode. The problem is it was just so poorly paced. Like I actually felt like the pacing was pretty good in this episode, even if they spent a lot of exposition.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the little bit of lore that they add into this, which is kind of interesting. There's a lot of like weird parallels to the old show, and those parallels are like happening at different times. Because in this one, they're saying, oh, we had like this giant war of light and darkness back in the day, and now it's like trying to resurface or something. This is kind of like after they beat Devimon in the original series and the Geni sat them down and like, okay, you guys aren't the first kids that have been here. We had like an entire group before you that like was trying to deal with this shit. So it kind of adds this lore aspect of like, okay, this shit's been going on for a while and you guys are just the next group of people we brought in to help fix this.
I think it was implied that the first time around there was no human involved.
Right. Yeah, I'm just saying that in this instance, it's like, okay, we had this war of light and dark. It's starting to rear its ugly head again. But now we have like this human element.
It might change the tide of the war.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm interested to see where that goes. It's also interesting that the giant god bird has already told them that they need to go across the sea to a continent to further their adventure, which in the old show happened like about 15 or 20 episodes in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like after Devimon was defeated.
Yeah, because in the old show, it took them like I think 12 episodes or so to beat Devimon. Then they have a bit of a break, and the Geni's like, okay, now take Waymon over to this continent, and you got to go find all your crests and stuff. And that's what they go do. But now it's like the god bird is already saying, hey, you need to get off this island and go over here to the cloud.
You think that Crest will be involved in this series, or is it going to be more? Because the feather was floating in that temple place, and would it be more of a feathery thing?
I'm not sure, because I feel like every time the Digimon have evolved, the corresponding crest like lights up on their Digivice. So I'm not sure if they're gonna incorporate crests to get to the ultimate form. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what they do with that.
I think they're gonna like incorporate like both storylines. They're just gonna match them together into one Uber storyline. Kind of what the vibe I'm getting, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like they might not reuse it as a MacGuffin. Sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, as much as I like the whole Crest storyline in that, because I thought that like set up for a lot of interesting character moments, because it like really showed off the characters' personalities, because that's how you unlock the Crest.
Right.
I'm fine with them streamlining it for this one, as long as they kind of replace it with something equally as interesting. I guess. I guess the only other big revelation we got this is Mimi's hanging out in the digital world and has kind of been there for a while.
Yeah, no, it looks like she's totally got her own.
She have like a kingdom of plant-based Digimon.
Yeah. Well, I like watched the next time on Digimon thing at the end of the episode, and it seemed like Mimi's been like basically been taking care of the village of babies, like the egg village from the first series, that she's just kind of been hanging out doing that. Because it was really funny. My wife, watches this with me, and again, she knows next to nothing about Digimon. But I was sitting there towards the end of the episode and like trying to rattle my brain. I'm like, okay, we've seen pretty much all the kids. Mimi's the only one we haven't seen, and literally as soon as I say that, she shows up. I'm like, oh, there she is.
Mimi was never my favorite, but the preview got me really excited. The most excited for any of the previewed episodes.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, Jeanette.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. Like, part of it, I think that like the dub that we got in the United States kind of butchered Mimi, and also I feel like as an adult woman, I'll have more appreciation for Mimi as a character. Like,
yeah. I mean, yes, the English dub of Digimon is not aged well, I'll say. But yes, from what I remember of watching the Japanese version, she is just as whiny in that dub. But who knows what she's going to be like, because I feel like the personalities have kind of been similar, but also kind of different in this version. I think we were talking about how some of the characters' personalities have been like kind of sanded down a little bit.
Toned down a little.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say sand down, but less exaggerated.
I mean, it's so far it's been like Ty's just brave and like go get him. He's not like a brave idiot anymore. And Sora's kind of just like going along and accepting everything, where she used to be like this kind of puffy mom character a little bit. But Izzy's pretty much the same.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Izzy and Tentamon's dynamic was like just so great, and I've
always loved their dynamic. Even like it was a couple episodes in of the original series where like Izzy is like way too interested trying to decode some thing, and like he's paired up with Mimi, and Mimi's like run off or something, and Tentamon's like, Izzy, quit being a nerd. Go help your friend. I love those two.
Yeah, I really like at the end of the episode where Izzy's trying to be all emotional, but like, and like I can't remember what the evolved form is, but like, and then like the Digimon doesn't hear him and he's kind of teasing him about it. He's just like, no, I can't repeat myself. It's just nothing.
Yeah, I think overall, I think this is probably one of the better episodes that we've gotten so far. I like the added story beats to this. I think it actually gave it like I feel like this is probably one of the best paced episodes. It actually had a moment to breathe and kind of give you some exposition, but also give you some action, and it all kind of flowed well. So I mean, I'm pretty happy with this week's episode. I hope they kind of continue on that trend. I guess next week we'll be finding out what Mimi's been up to, because you saw Palmon poking her head out and you got to see Mimi from the back. So I guess we'll kind of see what her deal is next week. Matt's been missing in action for a while, though.
Yeah.
I don't know where he fucked
Also,
up to.
Joe, I've only seen him once in camp. That's it.
Joe's at camp, but like Matt like showed up in the internet and then peaced out. We haven't seen him since.
You know, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Matt's probably off having his emo adventures or whatever.
It can just be Izzy, Sora, and Ty. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm good with. Yeah, let's make them the main three characters. Everyone else can just be the side character. I'm good with this.
Sora and Izzy should like totally just be main characters.
Yeah, man, like, I'm down. They're like my favorite three of the originals. So I mean, yeah, I'm down. Well, is there anything else you guys would like to bring up before we start to wrap up here?
I have one question. Remember the star in the sky? Was it 6-star or 8-star?
The what?
There's one scene where it's I don't remember. Is there flashback or is it some other symbolism where something happened? But it was in the sky, and it was like the Digimon flying into the sky, and they then, of course, you know how anime, like anything in the distance turns into a star. Like,
was it the part where they like the egg, like it just like the eggs show up? Is that what you're talking about?
Maybe I distinctly remember my train of thought is like, wait, isn't that number smaller than the amount of like Digidestin?
So I had a similar thought, but in regards to the eggs, because I watched this on Sunday. We're recording this on Tuesday. I remember there being 6 eggs in that, and because when they show the silhouettes of the megaforms of everybody, Patamon and Gatomon are not in there. Their finals aren't in there. It's just the 6. So I'm thinking that because TK and Kari have holy Digimon, they have the angels, that they're gonna have like their own like separate kind of storyline in terms of like what like their Digimon are special or something, because there was this whole light between angels and demon war between angels and demons. So I'm thinking that maybe there's something special going on with those two. But again, we'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens there.
I am waiting with anticipation, like they say in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
My theory is that we might not. Like, my theory is that Patamon and Gatomon never got reincarnated. So whenever we meet them, they'll have basically be the next level of exposition dump. Have their memory intact, and they'll inform everybody of what's happened and what they need to do.
I just hope we have Patamon. I love that flying potato.
Seen him in the intro when they're flashing through all the characters. I mean, Gatomon and Patamon are in the intro, so I know they'll show up at some point, but I'm really thinking that because they specifically show this war between all the angel Digimon, because I like recognized a bunch of different like forms of Angemon in their army, and versus all these demons. I'm thinking that because there's 2 angels in the main cast, that they're gonna have kind of some kind of special thing going on, and I'm wondering if my hunch is correct. So,
we could go down big deep with this whole angel versus demon kind of thing. I recently watched a 20-minute long YouTube video explaining all the different angel/holy type Digimon.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Digimon loves Christianity, I guess.
No, Japan. It's actually a thing. Like Japan.
Oh yeah,
they're not Christians, but they have like obsession with Christianity and like
incorporating
in the media in really weird way. Like it's been a phenomenal since like when we were young.
Yeah, I remember when we tackled Evangelion last year. We were talking about it, and I guess the creator of Evangelion doesn't know dick all about Christianity. He just thinks the iconography is cool.
Yeah.
So he just put a bunch of it in there.
Well, my favorite example is Gundam fucking Wing of all things. Like the mecha show just has a thing where the main character like gets taken prisoner by the evil guys, and they like tie him up to a cross just for the heck of it. So there's just this random cross like imagery in Gundam Wing, and it never means anything or any at all. It's just there.
You know what? Christianity's done so much to this world. I'm okay with them appropriating some stuff.
I mean, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, unless you guys have anything else, I think that about does it for this week of Talking Mons. I appreciate everybody here listening, and I hope you enjoy these recaps. Let us know what you're thinking, how you're feeling about this show, like what directions you're thinking it's gonna go in. You could do that on our YouTube videos of this. But you can find this series along as all of our other shows on our network, on our YouTube page, as well as wherever you get podcasts from. We're pretty much on all the streaming services. So check us out there. We got Facebook and Twitter and Discord, and all those links are in the description of all of our videos. So go ahead and check those out. But with that said, we will reconvene next week to talk about episode 6. And I am interested to see where we are heading. So Jeanette and Gary, thanks again for being here. And everybody listening out there, thank you. And we'll catch you all again next week.
Yeah, next week.